Yeah, hi everyone. We'll be starting the session in 12:05. We'll wait for people to join. Till then, can you please write in the chat your basic introduction, name, uh, city, college, year of cat. It will be really helpful for us if you can like write your um, basic introduction. Great. So people who are joining now, please write a short introduction about yourself. We will start the session at 12:05. We will start the session at 12:05. Let other people join as well. Till then, who are joining, can you please write a short introduction about yourself? Hi Manu. Hi Prashant. Hi Meghna. Hi Antara. Hi Avinash. Hi Ayush. Hi Hariom. Hi Tanmay. Hi Shreyash. People who are joining now, can you please write a short introduction about yourself? Your name, city, where are you from, college, year of grad. Hi Hamza, SNU. Hi Srinidhi, Bangalore. Hi Prakash. Hi Aarti. Hi Ajay. Hi Suraya. Hi Shubhangi. Hi. Hi Arpit. Hi Anshika. We will start the session at 12:05. Can you please write a short information about yourself? Your name, year of grad. Hi. We have Sourov joining. Sourov will be taking the session today. Saurabh, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, hey
Yeah.
everyone.
We will start the session at 12:05, just waiting for a few more people to join.
Yep,
Till then,
sure.
you can like share the screen. Can you go to the top? So, great. So before starting, I would like to say that all the Q&A we will be taking at the end of the session. Till then, whatever question you will be having, you can just write it down in pen and paper. And at the end, we will be taking every questions. During the workshop, Saurabh will be actually going through everything. He will Today's workshop is building Netflix clone using AI. We will be like showing you how to build everything with the help of AI. Um, can you please give a reaction? How many of you guys know full stack development? Can you please give a thumbs up reaction? Everybody, how many of you guys know full stack development? Okay, I can see like a 50-50 reaction kind of thing. Uh, Great. So those who know full stack development and those who do not know full stack development, it's a we have a really good news for us because with ChatGPT and all the AI tools coming in, those who know full stack development, they can fast track their development process. A lot of the code templates is being written by AI right now. You just have to like build it, like fixing the Lego blocks. And those who do not know full stack development, they can also fast track their learning. They can become a full stack development in lesser time as compared to earlier days. So understanding things have become easier. If you are interested in learning coding and all, it becomes very easy to become a software developer right now. ChatGPT and all the AI tools which are coming are becoming a personal mentor. Whenever you are facing any doubt, just ask ChatGPT and it will help you understand, where the error is. So you can build like all kind of application right now. Now it depends on you how much time and effort you are willing to give. ठीक है. I think we will leave other people to keep on joining. Uh, we'll start the session. We'll take two slides by me, and then after that, Saurabh can go ahead. So yeah, a bit about me. Can you just present the slide? Everybody, can you see the slide? Just give a thumbs up. Okay, great. So a bit about me. I am the founder of Cuvette. We started in 2021. It has been like 4 years for us operating. We have more than 2 million users right now using our platform. Cuvette does one thing, helping college students get software jobs, and we help freshers to get entry-level jobs. So we are only into the software development. We are one and only platform in India who helps students to get software development jobs. Just wait a second. I just got a. Okay. So yeah, we are being used by more than 20 lakh people in India right now. We have in partner with 6,000 companies and more, like some bigger, some smaller companies, and we keep on placing student on a monthly basis. You can find out all the testimonials of the students on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Telegram. We are everywhere. You can follow us on whatever social media you want. Um, this is about us. Can you go to the next page, Saurabh? So yeah, we have our own placement guarantee course programs as well, and where we teach you the full stack development or data science, and then help you get placed. So if you want to actually, if you're interested in this program, you can go and check the dashboard. You will find all the details on the dashboard there. Okay. Can you go to the next page, Saurabh? ठीक है. So I will leave it to the Saurav before so there is one more thing which I wanted to convey. After the workshop, you will get the certificate and the recording on Monday evening, or till Tuesday evening. It goes in a phased manner. Once you get the certificate, we request you to like share your certificate and tag Cuvette on LinkedIn, because that will help you get more visibility from our partner companies. Once you tag Cuvette on LinkedIn, many of your recruiters actually see your profile, and you may be reached out by companies on internships or jobs opportunities. So it will be really helpful for you. And when you are tagging Cuvette, don't forget to follow Cuvette, because that actually amplifies your post when you are actually tagging certificates. Great. I think so. Leaving to Saurav. Saurav is already a full stack developer at Deliveroo. Deliveroo is a US based startup, and he has worked at Amazon as well as a full stack developer. Has a great industry experience in product development, and he can be the best person today to help you, understand how you can build like applications using AI. Over to you, Saurav.
Hey everyone, hope I'm audible to everyone. So, as Atul mentioned, let me just introduce myself. So my name is Sourov, and I have around 5 years of industry experience now. And I have worked with previously I have worked with Amazon, and right now I'm working with Deliveroo. I have full stack development experience, and over the past 5 years, like um, I saw in the industry the trends are kind of shifting from one side to another side. I'll explain it how, but in this session, we'll build something and we'll see the process, what the process is of building a software. Not only that, how currently industry is moving and how we are adapting more and more AI tools to do our job. I'll explain you that. And in this session, we'll build a Netflix application. So I have only 1 hour to complete. So probably like we won't be able to do something really like good, obviously, because Netflix is a big company, right? And they have been building their product for last 20 years. And 13,000 engineers are working to build a Netflix. We definitely cannot do anything of that caliber in 1 hour. We'll try to build some basic things. We'll try to build some basic UI. We'll try to build some basic backend. And we'll try to also integrate front end with backend. And we'll see like how much we can build within 1 hour. As those those wise people from the past says, right? So just follow the process. Like don't worry about the final outcome that we got. See the process, see how I'm building something, and then see how like what are the errors I'm facing, and let's like also see how I'm fixing using lots of AI tools. Okay, so as we just said, like nowadays I think this term is getting very popular. It is called vibe coding. So in vibe coding, what you do is you don't know much about like how your code is, let's say, working. Instead, you want to build something, you straightforward go to an AI tool like ChatGPT, Grok, or lots of other tools. You'll soon see all of them, and then you give some prompt, and like tell your requirement to the AI system, and the AI system gives you the code, and you use the code. Like sometime the AI system will give you correct code. Sometime the AI system will give you incorrect code. Um, then you can again make prompt to fix those code. So this way incrementally you can achieve to your goal. Like you must have a goal, like you want to build some product, you want to build something, and incrementally you can ask like AI tools, and incrementally you can build things one top, like one after another, and then you can build the whole product. Okay. So this is called vibe coding. It has its own pros and cons. It is really saves lots of time. Like coding is a difficult task, right? So very smart people only do coding. Smart people only come in software engineering. And from like industry perspective, like hiring people is like it takes lots of money. And so that's why like they also ask. So if we can improve the productivity, it is a it is a requirement, right? So it saves money, and these AI tools will really improve our productivity. We'll be able to do things quickly. What otherwise takes like lots of times, like few weeks, few months, using the tool AI tools, you'll be able to do it within 1 day, 2 day. Okay, so let's start. So I think lots of people are raising hand, but for now I won't response anything on those questions. So as Atul mentioned, so I'll just respond in the end, after around 1 hour from now. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, so first of all, as I mentioned, like we are going to heavily use AI tools in this session. So let's see what are the tools that we can use. I think nowadays everyone knows about ChatGPT, right? So you can go to chatgpt.com. Probably like if you're a first time user, you have to open an account, but it is a really simple interface, nothing complex. Like you can come to chatgpt.com, and it will give you a interface where you can ask any question and ChatGPT will answer. Okay. For example, let's say if I ask what are the features Netflix has. If I ask it to ChatGPT, it will give the response quite immediately. By the way, I don't have ChatGPT subscription right now, but like still it will give you a response free of cost. Like if you subscribe, then obviously it will give you better service. But you can see like all the things it is providing. Like these are some basic interface. This just looks really nice, but it provides content, personalized discovery of contents. More like it supports both mobile, smart TV, and also like lots of things you can see. Like you have subscription tiers in Netflix. Like you can take a standard subscription where you'll get ad-free experience only for 2 devices, full HD, not 4K, or you can subscribe premium. Lots of information you can gain from ChatGPT, and you can see it is also showing you the sources, like sources of that information. Similarly, like if we ask ChatGPT to give us any code, ChatGPT will be able to give us that. Like for example, give me a sample Python code for Sudoku. It will be able to quickly give you the code. So ChatGPT is one tool. There are lots of other tools are also available online. For example, Grok is one. It is backed by like Elon Musk. So here also you can ask question and like it will respond. And there are lots of other tools that are available. For example, Google has Gemini. So you can go to gemini.google.com. Here also you can ask some question. Let's say, what is ChatGPT? Then Gemini will respond. There is something called Claude as well. Um, you can go to Claude and you can also ask similar queries. So they are like backed by different companies. They are good at different stuff. For example, Claude is really good at doing coding. ChatGPT is really good at giving you content. So it depends on how they have trained their AI model. But Claude is really nice. Claude has a model called Sonnet. We'll use mostly Sonnet 3.5 for our use cases today. But yeah, I mean, this is something really nice for doing coding. Most of the things like for taking basic stuffs from online, I probably won't search Google much, but I'll refer ChatGPT again and again. I'm not going to use Grok much, not Gemini much. Claude will use, but not for prompting. I'll show you where we are going to use it. Okay. So also, like before jumping into the product the product that we are going to build, I think I lost the. Okay. So one more thing is like let's see what are the feature Netflix provides. I'll just search Netflix interface to just show you what we can build. So if you have already used Netflix, you might have seen we get similar interface like this, where you have a Netflix logo, then TV shows, movies recently added, my list, etc. are like as different buttons where you can navigate to, and also like some genre, for example, TV comedies, new releases, European movies, TVs, like lots of categories depending on geographic region. They can show different content. Obviously, we are going to build something very simple, very straightforward, nothing complex. But just to show you the interface, this is something similar to something we are going to build. Okay. Let me just open the. I think I lost the PDF. Atul, can you please share me the slides in the chat once? I lost it.
Yeah, come again.
I think I found it. Yeah, I
Okay.
have it. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
now again, like before going into the actual coding, since a lot of you are not aware about full stack development, So I'll give you some basic idea like how a full stack application works. So hope my whiteboard is also visible. So in a full stack application, you have majorly like three components. One is your UI. So let's say this is our UI, user interface. Let's say this is our Netflix user interface. So this interface have lots of like these buttons, these contents, everything. This like each box, like trending, new releases, like Indian movies, web series. So this sort of like content will be there in the UI. Now, then UI actually talks with backend. Right? So backend is another component where we ask for the data. So this is the Netflix backend. Okay. Or I'll name it Netflix server. So this is something hosted in the server side, not client side. UI generally runs in client side, like in your web browser. You can see all these details. But when you ask for a particular data, generally, like Netflix brings this data from a Netflix server. Okay. And in turns, like Netflix server is also another system that is running in Netflix, like some data data centers in Netflix server. They also takes data from their databases. Right? So these databases are also really complex. They have thousands of databases. There are different types of databases as well. There are some caching databases, some static content related databases, some like SQL, NoSQL databases. Lots of things are there. Like we won't focus on all of them. As I said, like we'll mostly focus on the tools that we are going to use for achieving our goal. But just to give you a quick idea that generally like UI talks with server talks with databases, and databases return data. Then server returns this data to UI, and UI shows this data to the user. Okay, so this is the like three major components of a full stack application. So here, since we have very limited time, so what I'm initially going to do is I'll spin up a server. I'll spin up a front end UI. Like initially I'll build a basic server that will be up and running, and a basic UI that will be up and running, and I'll try to make a like Netflix like interface in UI side, and also like for temporary purpose I'll use YouTube as a backend. So basically every video you want to see, you click it, you will get the data instead of getting the data from some like getting this video data from some real backend. Initially we'll get the data from YouTube. Then if time permits, I'll try to like send some data from server to front end, and we'll try to see like show that data in the front end. And if also time permits, which I heavily doubt that we won't be able to achieve that point, I'll also try to spin up a MongoDB instance, but that is actually like probably is not feasible at all. So this is the two component we'll mostly focus on, UI and server. Okay. Okay. So I think enough discussion. We have limited time, so let's quickly go into our technology side. So for building this front end, there is a framework we can use. We can use React as the front end framework, and from server end you can use Node as a backend. Now you can use any other tools also. It doesn't really matter. You can use instead of React, you can use Angular. Instead of like backend server as Node, you can use Spring Boot application, or you can use Django. It depends on your own like comfortability. But in this session, we'll use React as the front end and Node.js as the backend. And we will occasionally use JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. Most of the things like ChatGPT will give us, we'll just validate that ChatGPT is giving us a correct answer or not. or Claude is giving us correct answer or not. So let's start. Okay. So first thing is I want to spin up. Let me just start a very fresh ChatGPT tab. So the first thing is like I want to spin up a Node.js backend server, right? So let me ask ChatGPT how I can do it. So I'll ask, give me a basic hello world type node server. Okay, so it automatically generated some code. I don't immediately want code. I also don't know much about Node, so I want to install Node. So maybe I can ask, the next thing I can ask is install Node in my system. And I'm currently in Mac, so I'll just provide, I'm trying to install it in Mac. Okay, so it is saying do this brew install Node. It is telling like install homebrew. Homebrew is generally given already as part of Mac, but if you don't have it, install homebrew as an installer, Mac installer, or if you're in Windows, there'll be something similar. But homebrew is something that is given in Mac already. So one more thing, like I'll build this application in my uh, uh, in my like in my desktop only, and I'll name it Netflix. Okay, so I'm just creating a new folder. I'll keep all my code inside this Netflix folder, and I'll also go inside my terminal. So if you see, I'm right now inside my desktop, and here I can go inside the Netflix folder where I'm going to build the project. Okay. If you see the print working directory, current working directory is desktop, then the Netflix. So we need two component. One is the backend, the server. So I'll make a folder for Netflix backend. I'll name it Netflix server. This is one folder I have created. You can see this is the backend server where I'll just install my Node.js. And also I need a front end UI. So maybe I'll just create a new directory. mkdir means nothing but creating a new folder. You can go to your desktop as well, and you can right click and create a new folder. I'm doing same thing using command. So mkdir Netflix then UI. Okay. So two folder I have created. So if you see this Netflix folder, I have two folder within. Nothing is there inside it, Netflix server and Netflix UI. But these are the two components that I'm going to build in next 30-40 minutes. First thing is we have to build our server, and our server will be a node server. Okay. So so let's go inside this server and let's try to install our node. Node will be installed globally. So if you do this whatever ChatGPT has written, right? So brew install node, it will be installed within your own machine. It is not folder specific, but still you can run it within folder. Probably in my machine it is already there. So I think it is saying that it is already there. It is saying that if you want to reinstall, then do brew reinstall node. But if it is not installed in your machine, then like the same command will install it in your machine. And let's also see if my node is already properly installed and what version I'm using. So node version is 23.11.0, which I believe is the latest version. But you can always check to the official website of Node to validate all. So one thing is, whatever response this ChatGPT is giving, most of the time they will be valid, but still there can be like something wrong. So it is always good idea to always cross check. Never like 100% rely on ChatGPT. It hallucinates. It gives incorrect results occasionally. Okay. So Node also provides something called npm. It is nothing but node package manager. So if you want to install something within node, then you need this npm. It automatically gets installed as part of node, but if it is not getting installed, then you can ask again ChatGPT that install npm. It will install it. So you can see my machine already have a version 10.9.2. This is the version of node package manager, using which I can add external libraries in node. Okay, so now I have installed all my node, the server, like the software requirement I have installed. Now the next thing is give me a simple node server. Okay, I think I previously also requested for the same, and you can see it is giving me a simple, it is asking to create. Here is a single node.js server using plain node.js, perfect for getting started. So it is asking me to create a a file name called server.js. It is a JavaScript file, and it is asking me to create this file, and inside the file add this content. So I'll create a file inside this folder. I'm still in my server folder. You can see I'm still inside my Netflix server folder. So I'll create a file. Again, like in Mac, there is a command called touch. But if you are not so heavy user of Mac or terminal in general, then you can always go to your UI and do a right click and create a new file. And you can give the new file name as server.js. Okay. So I have created a server.js file. So you can see if I go inside this server Netflix server, and if I open it using Sublime Text, you can see Sublime Text is a text editor. It is like Notepad in your Windows machine, if you're in Windows machine. And I can copy paste this code, this server code given by ChatGPT. Just let's quickly read what it has returned. So it has used something called HTTP. You might already know, like all server or most of the server is kind of HTTP or HTTPS server, right? So like whenever you go to online and you ask for some content from like some remote server, you ask using like HTTP colon / some URL, right? So you like HTTP is the server that like we're building a HTTP server so that anyone ask for the data to our system using some HTTP call, they will be able to do it. So then next we can do is what ChatGPT suggested is like do this http.create server, make this call. It will ask for some data, forget about it. But what it will do is it will just respond with a hello world response. Okay, and the server will be up and running in port number 3000. We can make it anything like on our own wish. I'm making it, let's say 4000. So this port is nothing but like every computer, every network has a, like when you pass the URL, it also have a endpoint. Using that endpoint, your computer know how to communicate with another computer. Like not only the URL, but also the port is needed. The port is kind of channel between two computers through which all network call happens. So in our case, we'll run our server into this URL, http colon / localhost colon then the port number is 4000. Okay, so this is something ChatGPT has provided. I don't know it will work or not. If it is not working, I'll again come back and we'll fix it. Let me just right now my server.js is ready. So let's see how to run this program. And I think as part of this creating a single server, it has also suggested that you can use this node server.js to run the code. So let me quickly run this program using node. Node is the command for running the program, then server.js is the file name. So as soon as I execute it, you can see it is giving me server running at localhost 4000. So let me just open it in my browser, and you can see our server is up and running. It is giving the response hello world. So ChatGPT gave, in one chance, ChatGPT gave correct response. And it is giving proper data. I mean, you can make lots of complicated stuff as well. For example, I asked for hello world, some simple data, but let me ask for, give me a little complex node server that will return a brief uh, description about Netflix. Since we are like doing things on Netflix, like you can see when if I give a spelling mistake, ChatGPT will fix it, and you can see it is asking me to install some other Express and all. I don't want to install much of the things. This is just some like dummy things only. So let's see if, without installing also if our code runs, then fine. Otherwise, I'll ask ChatGPT to not to do anything. So let me just go to the server. Let me open it, and let me open Sublime Text, and let me just update with new code. And then again, let's go back to our server. Let's break the old server code and let's run again. And it is saying module not found. That means this Express and all these modules are actually not there. And you can see cannot find module Express. I don't want to install much things because there are lots of other things to do. So I'll just ask, I don't want to install something. And ChatGPT will give me a different version of code. Okay. So one thing is, like you see this going back and forth into this file and then again opening it using Sublime Text, it is not very productive. So I have a better tool. I'm not going to do it. I have a better tool. I have installed something called a cursor. Okay. So let me just open this cursor. And let me open the project, the new project that I created. My project is currently in desktop, and within desktop I have a Netflix folder, and I have created both Netflix server and UI. Right now I'm building the server, so I'll go inside server, and you can see cursor will open the Node.js file for us. So this is our folder, Netflix server. This is our server.js file, and we'll be able to create a terminal here also embedded inside this system, and we'll be able to run our program from here instead of going back and forth in the server and in the opening with Sublime Text. We can install this cursor and we can run the program in cursor. Again, the Express code is not installed, so I'll just use this basic code that ChatGPT has given me, which is a little more, it is showing a little more details about so now you can see it is running properly, and I can just refresh my URL localhost then colon this. I think this is still not working, so something is wrong. It might be because okay, I'm not sure. Let me just close the terminal. I don't want to use terminal anymore, and let me also refresh it. Save the file, Control C. Okay, it's some reason it got hanged, but let me just run the program again. Yeah, so now you can see welcome to the Netflix info server, and in fact what are the other things that it is giving? Okay, so if you read the code a little bit more, so you can see there is a slash about also is given. So if the URL contains this slash about, then we are going to send few more details, right? So this is a little complex. So apart from giving a very basic interface, if we give an about here as a slash about, now you can see it is also giving me lots of other data like Netflix, founded in 1997. It's a long time. So it's around how much, 30 years. So it seems like for 30 years they're building Netflix. So then description about Netflix. So this backend server it is not a front end. Like it will only give you data. As and when data is needed, it will give you the data. And backend server, you can host I'm not going to use any like proper API, Netflix.com, Cuveteflix.com. I'm not going to do all those things. Those things also you need to create an account in Cloudflare and you need to point to the server endpoint. But your project, you can always do it if you are building your own project. But this backend is currently running in my local machine at port number 3000. And if I don't pass any data, it will give me the brief, like the welcome message. And if I ask for a specific message, for example, if I ask for a about information, then it will give me the about details. This is called an API, right? So whatever data you need to the backend, if you ask using some like slash this slash that, that means you are triggering on API. In our case, here the API is about API. We may need different API in different contexts. So backend may contains lots of data that need to pass to front end, but backend normally exposes those data using some API, so that anyone wants a specific type of information can request for the specific type of information, and server can return only that information. In our case, you can already assume, like can already sense that like we need video data. So that means we need a video title, we need a video release date, or we need a video description, we need a video URL. Things like that in our case might be relevant. I don't know we'll be able to go to till that point in 1 hour, but let's see how much you can do. But at least our server is now up and running. Okay. So now that our server is up and running, sorry, I'm not interested in terminal anymore. So now that our server is up and running, one more thing I want to show you is you don't even go to ChatGPT. So this cursor is this is a IDE similar to Visual Studio Code or IntelliJ. It is an IDE, but it is a really advanced IDE. So it is not only giving you the code editor, the terminal, the file explorer, everything in one interface. It will also give you an embedded ChatGPT within this interface. Okay, so I'll just click on this Command L button, and you can see it automatically opened a ChatGPT interface for me. And let's say I don't know anything about this code. I just wanted to know what are the APIs present in this code. It will give me the response. It will navigate through my code and it will tell that, okay, there is one get API, and the get API is about, this is the URL, and this API is returning JSON data. JSON is JavaScript object notation. This type of data, this kind of like curly braces, you have data, this kind of data is called JSON data. So cursor is really helpful. One more thing is cursor is not only ChatGPT, it is even one step ahead of ChatGPT. Let's say I want one more API, not about, but give me another API that will return to video, sorry, that will return metadata, that is metadata about video, that is metadata of, let's say, 10 videos. Okay. Give me another API, maybe I'll name it the endpoint as videos. This is the API we want to build, another API that will return a metadata of 10 videos. And also I'll ask made code changes. Okay. So this is interesting because ChatGPT cannot make any code changes, but your cursor will be able to make code changes within your coding environment. It is currently thinking how to do it, how to add a new videos API. And you can see it is coding right now, and it gave a new /videos, and it also hosted some data, Stranger Things, is a TV series, historical data, some like 10 data as I requested. I'll accept all of this. It may be wrong. If it is wrong, I'll fix it. But otherwise, let's see what it is. So let me just break the server, and again, let me run the server again, and let me also refresh my backend server. So obviously, about will give me the information as it is, but I'm also interested in a videos tab. And now you can see with videos, it is also working. In one go, it is giving me all the videos data. Every video has an ID, title, type, genre, rating, duration, thumbnail, some description, release year, all those information you can get by calling this API. So now we are kind of done with our backend. We have made a pretty good backend. It has it can support, like in the front end, if you expose an about page, or in the front end, if you expose a videos portal, the backend will be able to cater it. And obviously in Netflix, they will host thousands of such APIs to provide different of data. That's why like 13,000 engineers are working to build Netflix. But we are building something simple, and we'll stop our backend development here. Okay. We already covered 30 minutes into the coding. So let's quickly go to the front end also, and let's see how much we can build. Okay. So we already created a folder for our front end. So let's open that in our cursor. So I'll just open cursor. I'll open a new project. That project is again inside my desktop, inside Netflix folder, and the Netflix folder has a UI. I'm going to build a new server, and this new server is for the UI. For some reason, I cannot open it. Maybe because I cannot open a folder when there is no file inside. So, or my system is hanged. I don't know. I've opened lots of things. Because the server is running, right? So let me just close the server. Because the server is running, it is consuming lots of my resources from my laptop, and my system is getting hanged. I don't know what happened. And let me forcefully close terminal cursor. Okay, so if I forcefully close it, like my server also got terminated. If you see like this localhost 4000, I think our page was in 4000, or it is in 3000. I forgot. You can see like it is not running in anywhere anymore. So we have forcefully ended our server session. So let's open our UI. So this is our Netflix UI, and right now no file is there. So I'll create a new file, but let me see like what my cursor recommends. So in front end, I want to build a I want to build an UI for Netflix, right? So initially, like okay, maybe I'll go into ChatGPT to see like what if there is any requirement like to install React. Give me a simple React application. Also, I'll ask also tell me all the software I need to install and explain things step by step. Okay. So ChatGPT is giving how to create a React application. It is also telling me that React also need Node.js. That is a good. We already installed Node, and we need to give this command to create the React app. We have already created that folder. I think this will create a folder only, or let me just create it. So let me just do one thing. Let me just delete our server.ui, and let's do it as per the recommendation of ChatGPT. Sorry. So we'll go inside our desktop folder again, go inside our Netflix, and you can see right now we have only server. We are trying to create our front end. The front end name will give it as it is, like the Netflix UI only. But we are using this npx create react app command that will create the folder, and that will give some boilerplate code. So we are taking recommendation from ChatGPT, and we are building the UI. Okay, so it is building. So this requires Node installation. So if you have already installed Node as part of your Node server, Express Node server, then you don't need to install it anymore. It will work. So npx create React app Netflix UI is something that we are building. It may take 30 seconds, 1 minute. So let's wait. Oh, it is taking a lot more time. So generally, like when you install something, like when you run run a server in your computer, it consumes a significant amount of your resources like CPU, memory, and that's why like personal computer is not good for hosting anything. Rather, there are like dedicated server. In fact, I have one Raspberry Pi server. You can see I install my software here and I expose it to outer world. But like real software always gets installed in some heavyweight machine in like some remote data center. And if you want to get that exposure, you can go in AWS. You can study AWS. But I feel it got created, right? So it is successfully created. And it is also showing me some recommendation to like start the server, front-end server. You have to do this npm start, which I'll do, but I'll do it within the cursor environment. So let me just close cursor and let me just reopen it. Hopefully I'll get all the code now. Okay, I'm not getting the code. I think it is still referring to that old code. So let me just open the project again. Okay, I'll go inside desktop, Netflix UI. Now I have 6 items inside, and I'll open it, and you can see I have all the code. These are all the boilerplate code that got created as part of that command. It created a node module, which is a very large file, some CSS file. Remember, this is actually front end, so you need HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are the things that are needed. This already created a dummy app for us. So let's try running it. So I'll open my terminal within this cursor environment. And I'll, as per the recommendation, I'll run this npm start, and let's see if our app starts or not. And our app got automatically started. It is loading something, and you can see we got a cute like atom that is rotating. This is an UI that we have written, like that boilerplate code has given us, and this is currently running in the URL localhost, and the port number is 3000. Okay, so generally, like when you normally ask information from like using HTTPS, you don't need this port number, because like computer already know like HTTPS means in a server HTTPS running. That means the endpoint is 443, I guess. HTTP endpoint socket. Let me just see. HTTP endpoint, HTTP network endpoint. Or why I'm asking here, I have ChatGPT. This is a ChatGPT session. So where, in what port HTTPS server runs in general, like generally where it runs. So it runs in port number 443. HTTP generally runs in 80. So like if you are installing your software in some remote computer, then like the port is automatically like predetermined. So that's why you don't pass this port number, but here we are building locally. So that's why this additional port is needed. So right now our front end is running in port number 3000, back end is not running. The thing is, like in cursor, I cannot open both of them together. My Siri has started. Okay, so since I cannot run both of them together in my cursor, what I can do is I can do it using terminal. In terminal, I can create multiple sessions. In cursor, I cannot create it. Cursor is not built for that. So in terminal, I can do it. So I'll go inside Netflix, and I'll go inside server in one end, Netflix server, and I'll initiate my server npm start. What happened? My server is running, right? So I'm not sure. Let's go inside Netflix and Netflix UI as well, and then do npm start. Okay, my front end is running in port number 3001. Earlier it was running in 300. That's why like it created a new. I'll just keep one. So my server is running at port number 3001 in my local machine. And also for some reason my backend have stopped working. So let me just quickly see what happened. I'll just ask Karshar. npm has npm start have stopped working. So my Karshar will do the analysis. I don't have to worry too much about what code is written. So this is a new era, like so. In earlier days, you have to read code, you have to understand what is wrong. But nowadays, like things become really simple. So you can just quickly ask this system, and the AI system will do all the coding for you, and the AI system will debug, and the AI system will run npm start on behalf of you, and it will run the server on behalf of you. So simple. Oh, because it stopped working because another application was running. Another application was running in port number 3000. So maybe better like we modify this port number. I think somewhere we have a port number. So yeah, so two application cannot run in same port. So let's run the backend in port number 4000, and let's run front end in port number 3000. I'll remove both of them. I'll run both of them from. I'll terminate both of the servers, both backend and front end, and I'll restart them. Okay, so my backend server is running in port number 4000. My front end server is running in port number. Again, I think it is running in 3001. Maybe that's fine. We can move ahead to build the front end interface. Okay, so both of our server are running in same machine, in my local machine, and let's go back and let's build our front end. So we are right now in front end, and our goal is to build something similar to. I'll create a new tab here, a clean tab. So I'll ask Karshar, uh, make necessary code changes so that I get a Netflix-like front-end interface in React. Or it is already React, so I'll write in this code base. Okay, so right now I'm in server right now. Okay, I'm right now in server. I don't want to make code changes here. Let's open the UI. Yeah, here I want to ask, make necessary code changes so that I get a Netflix-like front-end interface in this code base. So this will make code changes in our CSS file, in our JavaScript file, one by one. Right now it is checking what our JavaScript file is doing. This is where that React.js org, that atom button is all are there, and it will make all those code changes. I'll help you to transform this into Netflix-like interface. You need to create a necessary component, add styling similar to Netflix, create a modern layout for movies, shows, add a hero banner, create navigation bar. It is asking to create me a new folder called components. It is trying to make it complex. So I'll tell it, don't make it complex. Do code changes in app dot js and other existing files. I don't know make things complex, but in your project, definitely you can explore lots of complex functionalities. Okay, so you can see it already made the code changes quite immediately. It created something, Netflix app, net hero banner, some movies, some rows, lots of things. It is still working. It is also changing the CSS file. The CSS file will give the colorings and all, like where I have to put the white color, different color, like margin, padding, all those things that CSS handles. Everything you can see the CSS file also got modified. I'll accept blindly. I'll accept all these code changes blindly. But ideally, in real environment, you should definitely like review the code once just to understand like something incorrectly, like have incorrectly like some changes happened or not. But now my code changes are done. I don't know it will work or not. It is something completely AI generated. So I'll terminate my UI server and I'll just again start my UI server, npm start. Okay, let's see what interface chat like the cursor has given. Awesome, right? It exactly looks like Netflix. This is not something like, this is not the original Netflix. You can see I don't have any Netflix, to be honest. I don't like paying for content, but it quite similar, right? It looks exactly like similar. Right now content is not there. So let's incrementally build few of the things. We don't have much time, but let's incrementally build few of the things. These tabs are also, you can see they are not working. They are not routing to proper like pages. That's fine. Ideally, like once we go there, it should call the backend. It should face those APIs, movies data, TV series data, all those things. Those API call will happen and they will face the data and will populate the data with these tools. But whatever like with few prompts, whatever it have built, right? This is really impressive. To build something similar, like if you have to do it really in like people who are in working in Netflix and they, let's say in earlier age when they didn't have access to this advanced coding tools, it would take them months just to build this interface, right? So just put this Netflix here, home button, TV series, then movies. Like without advanced tools, it would be really difficult. And then again, like we only asked to do something like bare minimum changes. We explicitly asked that, like do the bare minimum changes, and only I have also told that like only make code changes in app.js and app.css, nowhere else. So if you ask it to generate more code and more and more interfaces, for example, I can ask, give me the home pages also. So give me the home page setup also. So let's see what code changes it do. Okay, so if it ends up breaking things, like I got really nice. Like last time when we gave, like I gave the query during like before this session as just testing. I didn't got this much of like nice interfaces, but seems like this time it gave really nice. So if it end up breaking things, don't blame me. So you have something called Git so that you can maintain. If you have a good version, you can keep that and then again do incremental code changes on top of it. But since this is a very short time, I won't explore Git and all. I may end up like while improving, I may end up breaking things. That's fine. I'm just showing you the process here. Okay. So again, you can see it is making code changes. Still in progress. Some code changes done. I'll blindly accept it. I don't have that much time to read everything. So I'll blindly accept whatever it has done. But in an ideal settings, you should definitely see what changes the code is making and you really want that or not. So again, let's restart my server. My server is running now. And let's see if my home tab got created or not. Seems like it not created. It is not created. Okay, I think I haven't accepted all code changes. For example, I need to accept this app.css as well. This is something also I have to accept. So after accepting only, like the code will start working. So let me restart my server. After any code changes, you need to restart the server. There is a mechanism where we can automate thing. Okay, now you can see the interfaces got changed a bit. It also faced some really nice data, right? Money heist, dark, Wednesday. Let's see homepage is also there or not. I think it misunderstood my query. So it haven't created like any new page for home. Instead, like this is the home page, and it also decorated the home page with more data. So maybe I can ask for give like make new and popular build also. Let's say I'll build new and popular tab also. Okay, let's the code change happens in app.js and app.css. By the way, so if you see the code a little bit, in our front end itself, we are also making the similar data that we made in backend. In an ideal setting, we should not make up this data here. We should have the data in our backend, and by calling that API that we built in a backend, we'll be able to get this data, right? So in an ideal settings, we should do it. Probably we won't get that much time, but still we can try something if we have. Like I'll continue till 1:15 before going into question and answer. But let's see whatever improvement we can make in this tool. Okay. So I think it have made the code changes, but I cannot see the accept button. Okay, now I can see here. I'll accept it. I forgot actually. I have already accepted it or not. I forgot. But let me see. Hero banner. Let me just run it. Okay. Great. Now we got another page. Homepage and this new popular. Some of the links are looks like broken. For example, this avatar, last airbender and body problem seems like broken. So and also here also some the night agent, Kitty, Queen, Charlotte and Sweet Tooth. There also seems like broken. So we can ask, like for example, I can tell that avatar, the last airbender is broken. Airbender, what kind of name is this? Airbender. Airbender is broken. Has broken image. So this way, kind of debugging process also becomes automated. You can see that it is actually updating the old data with the new data. Ideally, we should get this data, this ID, title, URL, release date. This data we should get it from backend. If we make a proper backend, and if we make a call like our code calls this localhost 4000, it will get that data, right? It will, for example, this videos, if it calls this at endpoint, then it will get this data and will be able to use this data to populate and to make this front-end interface better. Ideally, we should do it, but we need to do that integration. Probably we won't get that much time. Okay, so I'll accept it blindly and I'll run it again. Let the server begin. Let's go inside news and popular. Seems like still broken. something is wrong with this, like the image is not there. So in situation like this, what you can do is you can also intervene and you can do some manual changes. You can use some profiling. For example, Avatar the Last Airbender, let me just fetch a proper image. Let's say this is the image, and I just opened Amazon, and I'll open the image link. This is the image. This is the JPG image. So I can go to manually, I can go to here, and I can ask CarShare that use this image. Okay. So let's see, based on our input, it can fix it or not. So now you can see that old image, it is asking us to replace with it new image. I'll accept the code changes. I'll respawn my microserver, respawn my React front end, and I'll again see in news and popular. Right? So I got this avatar also, you can see. So this is the thing, like it is the cursor will always give you the proper response that is not guaranteed, or ChatGPT will always give you proper response that is not guaranteed. You obviously have to intervene manually. You obviously have to occasionally come and fix things, but to achieve this till this point, it is still a big deal, right? So just to build this interface, in old days you may have to spend months to just build these interfaces. This advanced tools like ChatGPT, Cursor, Grok, they have made this development process really fast. Okay. One more thing is okay. So one more thing is this Cursor. This Cursor is actually, if any of you have used Visual Studio Code before, this looks lot like Visual Studio Code. Because Visual Studio Code is open source and anyone can modify it for free. No one will actually show you. So that's why like some people actually modified that Visual Studio Code and onboarded it with some AI tool. The AI tool that is working here is not ChatGPT, not OpenAI. The AI tool that it is backed by is Claude. So as I mentioned, when I opened Claude, I didn't show you a Claude interface because I won't get it immediately for free. As far as I know, I'm not sure. Let me just see if I get a chat interface or not. Most likely I have to open an account, but most likely I won't get a direct access to Cursor. But Cursor is something that is powering lots of these tools. Cursor earns money from Claude earns money from Cursor, and Cursor earns money from premium user. For example, like in my company, they have provided me Cursor, and Cursor every month it cost $20 to the company. So company earns money by by subscribing to Cursor, but Cursor is also free, and I think for 2000 queries it is free. Like you can make 2000 queries, and after that Cursor will stop working per month. And otherwise, like if you want more responses, then you have to subscribe with $20 per month. But these big companies, they have already have subscription, and they also have advanced model, and they can do coding really fast, like with this advanced Cursor, and it also saves lots of time. Just imagine, like if one company is providing someone, let's say 1 lakh rupees as salary, that is nothing but 3000 rupees, um, uh, average 3000 rupees per day, excluding like holidays and all also. 3000 rupees per day. Now if someone even if a developer takes 7 days for building an application, with Cursor subscription, the same application you can build, let's say, within 1 day. That is a huge improvement, right? So that will save lots of time. So by utilizing that like 1 lakh rupees for salary, these companies will be able to get like 7 times more output. That is a huge improvement. And if you know all these tools, your probability of getting job in the industry will be obviously increase. Also, if you want to build your personal project also, you can use all these tools. Like this is a assistant kind of things. You don't have to manually debug, you don't have to spend like long night fixing some crazy issue. Claude, ChatGPT, with the help of all this, you'll be able to quickly do it. One more thing is like ChatGPT, as I said, is ChatGPT is definitely powerful, but Claude is powerful in a different way. It is good for coding. ChatGPT is not that good. It is good, but it is not that good for coding. Claude, or behind the scene, it is nothing but Claude Sonnet 3.5 model. Um, so Cursor and Claude, they are powerful in a different way, and they are also agentic. What I meant by agentic is they can not only give some response, they can also go into our code base and modify our code base and do coding, do debug. Okay, and that gives a superpower, right? So it is a extended version of ChatGPT that can help you to do um, like um, that'll do all your coding, and you just have to guide it, like how to do it, what feature you want. You just have to guide it. Claude will be able to do it. So before going to quick Q&A, we still have 2-3 minutes. So I'll just quickly try to integrate our backend and front end. We won't be able to do it, but I just want to show you that it can be done. So I'll just ask this Claude or this Cursor that another server is running on port number. Where is my port? So another server is running on port number localhost 4000/videos, right? So I'll ask Cursor another I'll tell that my backend server is running on this endpoint. Fetch and use the data from there. Okay. And it will do it. Okay, so it will do it. Probably we don't have proper data in backend, so we need more time. One more thing I wanted to show, but I forgot actually. So let me also integrate some real backend streaming service. For example, as a streaming service, we can use YouTube, but there are lots of other streaming service you can get online, where you can upload the code and you can upload the backend, and you can I just want to show that after clicking how the video runs. So I'll just give one example where the backend is actually a video server, a video streaming platform. We'll use YouTube as a video streaming platform. So I'll make that query as well. So I don't know what this for asking backend integration, how it has integrated, I don't know, but somewhere probably it is going to call. It made the code changes for fetching the data from backend. I'll just blindly accept it. I don't know it will work or not. If it is not working, I'll revert back. So let me just come back and restart. By the way, like this localhost 3000, using this localhost, you will be able to view this, view the web server in your local machine. But we got another link, right? So that is actually for, yeah, you can see it got broken now. Because backend integration is a little complex. So let's not do backend integration. Instead, we'll have, I'll just ask rewrite all the code. Data can be fetched from backend, but all those links, right? We give some dummy links and all. Those links will start breaking. Similarly, how our links got broken in news and popular for the Avatar movies, right? So similar thing is happening. That's why everything got broken, because our backend data is like noisy. So I don't want to do it. I'll just use a YouTube, which will give me a like more cleaner version of things. I'll take 4 more minutes before Q&A. We'll have 10 minutes for Q&A. Okay, it is making changes now. Okay, I'll accept everything. I don't know if my server is still broken or not. Okay, this is the network I was saying. Like using this network, even you can view the website within the same router. Like if you have multiple devices connected with the same router, with that link, you can view this Netflix from all those routers. Okay, we returned to our old Netflix interface. Now let's add video player, where the streaming will happen from YouTube. Okay, let me ask this. So YouTube is something publicly available, so that's why I don't want to install anything. Or fine, I can install. Okay. So YouTube is a streaming platform, so like from YouTube we'll be able to stream, but even if you host your videos in platforms like let's say Dailymotion or some other platforms, then also you'll be able to view. Up to you where you want to host your video file. Keep quickly, it is taking time. Okay, this is installed. 6 packages got installed. Now it is updating app.js file, where we'll just add YouTube videos for video player as a video player. Okay, select movies. It is changing the CSS file. I don't know what you have done. Our code already became pretty complex. If it fails, I won't be able to fix it because we have very limited time now. So let's see if it works or not. I'll just accept everything. I think our server automatically restarts, but I'll just to be sure, I'll just restart my server. Okay. Hope it works. Let's see. It definitely broken few things, but if I click, nice. Now our video is playing. It even faced the correct like YouTube trailer as well, which is really powerful, right? So yeah, so I think we're on time. I have to pause. I wanted to connect my backend, but won't be able to do because we'll face issue and we don't have proper data in backend. But maybe now we can
Yeah.
start with our Q&A.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saurav, for the insightful session. So, to all those present in the meeting, we'll be starting with the Q&A. So you can click on the meeting tools on the bottom right corner. Over there, you will find Q&A, and you can start posting your questions over there. Just give me a thumbs up if you all are able to see. So we don't have questions as of now. Can you all give a okay? So we have one question. Okay, so the question is, when will we be receiving the recording? Okay, so the certificates and the recording, you will get it on Monday by the end of day on your email. Uh, so another question for you, Saurav. Sir, how to set up AI tools in VS Code?
Okay, maybe I'll answer it. So,
Yeah.
so there are lots of AI tools nowadays. So one is like GitHub Copilot. So you can install GitHub Copilot in VS Code directly by adding that extension. You'll get it, I think, in extension, or I forgot like where that there will be a like you can search it here, like in the search bar you can search and you can figure out where that particular installation you can do. But the thing is, I would recommend use like Cursor, using Cursor, because it is VS Code only. It is also free. It is VS Code only, but it has this additional embedded AI tool embedded to it. And Cursor is more powerful than GitHub Copilot.
Okay. So the next question is from Pranay. He's asking, Cursor is not an open source software. What else should be used as free open source?
Okay, so when it comes to AI, nothing is really free, because all this query you are making, they are going to backend server, right? So the open source software never runs on someone else's server, because no one is giving you anything for free. Like code, they can give it for free, but they cannot give a server for free. They have cost. So that's why no AI tool actually will run in your local machine. You have to use proprietary software only, but still, like some of this tool will give you some free credit. I think GitHub Copilot, I don't know, but at least Cursor will give you 2000 free credit, 2000 queries. Even IntelliJ, if you are using, you will get Code Assistant. That will also, I think, some amount of queries you will get it for free. But truly open source, to be honest, nothing is there. ChatGPT is still serving it for free, but still, like their good models are costly.
Okay. So hope that answers your question, Pranay. So the next question is Blackbox.ai as strong as Claude Somnet 3.5?
Blackbox.ai, I don't know. I have never heard the Blackbox AI. But Claude 3.5 is like the Sonnet 3.5 is uh, really like powerful for coding. It seems like Blackbox AI is like a chatbot. Like, is it like is it a model itself? I don't know.
Okay, so Khushi, if you could, elaborate on your question, that will be great. Uh, till then, the next question from Shubham is, how can we deploy this app for free?
Okay, for free, as I said, nothing is possible for free. There was a time where there was a platform called Heroku, and Heroku used to host like hobby project for free, but you won't get the proper URL. It is a Heroku URL like .heroku.com. But like just to solve some of the problem, as you can see in my hand, I have this is called Raspberry Pi, and it like the top end model takes around 7,000 8,000 rupees, and you can like get very basic model in 2,000 rupees, and you can host your any server you can host within this Raspberry Pi. I have one. It is really nice.
Okay. So the next question is from Ayush. When will we get the recording as if we want to see it again? Okay. So to all those who have a question regarding the recording and the certificates, you will get the recording and the certificates by Monday, end of day, on your email. So the next question is from Bhavishya. As I am a beginner, how I start to create something like this and from where do I start?
Okay, So I'd say like just understand, like watch some YouTube tutorial or something. Just understand what is the framework of building a software. Like why you need a front end, why you need a back end, and how they are really works. Like don't go into the coding or too much of details. Just understand how you can, like, what is the main components of a software. You can even ask ChatGPT also. Then go one step at a time, that okay, how to build a very basic front end, how to build a very basic back end. We have already seen something today, but the thing is, like, there are more steps, right? How to instead of this local host, how to point a proper URL, like for example www.xyz.com. So those things you can ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT can suggest you. You can follow ChatGPT, or you can follow these clouds on it, and then you can, like, incrementally you can make things.
Okay. So the next question is from Naveen. Is there any better AI than Cursor AI? Please list out all the AIs that you have used till now, sir.
Okay, I have used Cursor, I have used GitHub Copilot, and I have used IntelliJ, this AI assistant. And this ChatGPT, Gemini, they are actually general purpose. They are not for coding. They give code, but they are general purpose. Between Claude, between Cursor, GitHub Copilot, and IntelliJ, IntelliJ code assistant, I prefer Cursor, because Cursor is agentic. Cursor not only suggests something, it also make code changes, capable of making code changes. But both GitHub Copilot and IntelliJ AI Assistant, they are also nice, but they won't make your code changes. They will just suggest something, and you have to make your code changes. So my vote goes for Cursor.
Okay. So hope that answers your question, Naveen. So the next question is from Anshika. I want to do this with Spring Boot. So can you guide me a little?
Okay, I mean, you can do the similar thing, like how to, you can, like, in ChatGPT, you can go and say like how to start a Spring Boot application. You will get a command, run this, your software will get installed. Now run the command to run the server. Now open your Cursor in that Spring Boot folder, and ask Cursor to make code changes so that you get the backend data. And similarly for front end as well, ask Cursor to make the front end changes. Cursor will to make it.
Okay. So the next question is from Avinash. Sir, can we directly host our app in Cursor using AI?
No, hosting is a different thing. Like building something is one part. Then for hosting you need computer. You saw, right, when I hosted something in my laptop, it got slowed down. My things was getting hanged, because I was running two server in one machine, and my machine is not really built for hosting server. So there are dedicated server. AWS can rent you one. Like those servers are decided in like some data center. You can install your app there, and you can point your you can buy domain from Cloudflare maybe, and you can point this Cloudflare endpoint domain name to the server endpoint, and you will be able to see a proper website. But the thing is, you need server. If it is a, like, there are heavy use, like lots of users are there, then you need a better server. Lots of RAM is needed, lots of CPU is needed. But if you want to host something for hobby purpose only, as I earlier said, I recommend this Raspberry Pi. This is really customizable server. I run my own website here in this machine. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Aditi has a question, Saurav. It is a very generic question. So what she's asking, what is the most demanding skill right now in the software industry?
Okay. So demanding in terms of skill is like generic problem solving skill is the most demanding thing. Like if you know how to solve problem, but what the problem solving part is really vague, right? So what kind of problem you can solve? So problem solving skill means like any software building like in the any software building process, whenever you are facing problem, you are able to overcome it by figuring out something. Now, in terms of tools, like you can, like, React is highly demanding. For data engineering side, Python is highly demanding. Cloud infrastructure side, AWS is highly demanding. And backend side, Java, Spring Boot is highly demanding. but the most important thing is problem solving skill. And in interview, if you goes to interview, they don't care about this technologies much in interviews. Rather, they take interviews based on your problem solving skill, data structure algorithm skill. So you need to prepare with that for cracking interview. And for solving problem, you definitely need assistant of AI platforms to enhance your productivity and make sure that you are irreplaceable.
Okay, so hope that answers your question, Aditi. The next question is, sir, please list all the AI tools. So, Saurav, what all tools did you use? Can you put it on in the chat?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, Gemini, then ChatGPT, then Grok, um, then DeepSeek, Cursor, GitHub, Copilot, Amazon Q, IntelliJ, Code Assistant. I have seen a lot more, but I think this should be sufficient. You can explore and you can also discover new tools people are
Okay.
building.
So, thank you, Saurav. So we are running a little less on time and we have a lot of questions. So we'll take the questions quickly. So the next question is from Shravani. We need to buy movies slash video API keys for applications like Netflix and streaming sites, right?
Yeah, I mean streaming site, like if you want to view streaming, then you need to subscribe. But you are kind of a hard user here, like you are building things. So you may want to host your own video to somewhere. For example, lots of platform will provide video streaming facility. Like you can add video, you can upload there, and your application will point to that URL. Okay, so you just have to upload there, and you can just point that URL for running the program in your platform. And many people do that. You don't, not necessarily you have to like point to Netflix server. Even AWS have something you can use. For example, AWS S3 you can use to just upload video and route it to your application.
Okay. So hope that answers your question, Shravani. The next question is from Gitanjali. Is the present in the presence of such a powerful tool, do you think a career in the web development field is finished? What is something that AI can't do in this field?
I mean, we still need to run business. We still need to build a website. Still need to build complex applications. So if you think that with the AI tool, they are going to replace it, just imagine who is going to build it. Is the CEO is going to build? No, right? It is still the developer that are going to build these applications. So the real question is like you have to upgrade yourself. It is not that you will lose your job. So you will lose your job if you don't upgrade yourself. But if you upgrade yourself, you will get more job, you will get more salary.
Okay. So hope that answers your question, Gitanjali. The next question is from Kushagra. So Kushagra is saying great session again, Saurav. Thank you, Saurav. So the question is, I was wondering what is the new term in the market, vibe coding. Many things are now cleared. What are your views on it as a development practice? I feel it is undermining the real art of coding. This is what
True,
Kushagra
true,
has to say, Saurav.
true. Like anyone who have like write their own code will agree that it is like vibe coding is not near real coding. Like in real coding, you need real skill. You need to know how React work. You need to know how Node work, like under the hood. Then only you can do coding. And like ideally, we should know as much as possible. But vibe coding is something we cannot ignore completely because still let's say you want to achieve something, but you don't want to know something very deeply, you can still rely on these AI tools and all. But as I continuously said, never believe AI completely. For making some quick changes, use it, but always cross check, always validate that it is doing things rightly. And if you feel that like it has written code wrong way, or it has structured code in a wrong way, and it will become a bottleneck in future when you want to add new and new features, like always the human touch is needed. And it is, yeah, I totally agree that vibe coding undermines the real coding skill, but something we cannot ignore is what I feel. It is something we cannot ignore completely.
Okay. So the next question is, what about Perplexity AI? Is it a free open source AI, and is it better than Cursor?
No, I think Perplexity is a chatbot, right? So it is a search kind of chatbot that simulates search engine. So if you go to Perplexity, behind the scene, Perplexity is also calling either ChatGPT server or Claude server or DeepSeek server. So they don't have their own AI model. They are using others' AI model. And Perplexity is not built for coding as such. It is a browser. It is built for replacing browser, but it can still give you coding. But I would recommend use Claude or use Cursor if your goal is to just do coding.
Okay. So we'll take five more questions, Saurav, since we're running short on time. So the next question is from Chintamani. How can AI help small businesses? And what are the essential steps for successful AI implementation for the organization?
Okay. I mean, AI, how can AI help small businesses? So it depends like what industry you are working in. For example, if you are working in manufacturing, that is definitely a big part of that is manufacturing process only. Right? Production side, I cannot say that AI is going to help much considering your business is small. Like you are not building something billion-dollar industry where you have lots of automation where AI can help. But the thing is like for marketing, you can use AI. For example, you can go to Google and place advertisement, right? By giving them some money, you'll get customer in return. And you can like customize those advertisement by generating content from AI. That is something you can do. And now if you are running a business that is focused on technology, focused on like building website or like digital stuff, then definitely you have lots of option. Like coding you can do fast, marketing you can do fast, marketing you can customize as per customers need. Lots of things you can do. It depends on industry. Yeah.
Okay. So four more questions. So the next question is from Fejan. Is there any platform like Render where we can deploy backend at free as Render allows, but it sleeps after inactivity?
Yeah, true. So actually, long time back, 1 year back, I tested Heroku used to provide some backend, some lightweight backend. So that is one option, but I don't know Heroku provides it anymore or not. But if you open AWS account, like for 1 year, they also gives you free EC2 instance, very lightweight. I think 512 MB of RAM you will get for free, and 1 core or 2 core CPU. Very basic, even worse than this like Raspberry Pi. So you can try that, but like probably you won't get quality product for free. Just for like making demo project, like some toy project, you can still go there.
Okay. Three more questions. So the question is, as we can push code from VS Code to GitHub, can we push the code from Cursor?
Yep, yep. It is up to Git, right? So the code push pull, this mechanism is controlled by Git, and this Git is unrelated to Cursor. So you can install Git and you can just use Git to do that.
Okay. So the next question is, are there any other open source platforms like Cursor.ai?
I mean, like Visual Studio Code is the code is the parent. Cursor is one product, and like many people are building Visual Studio Code in their own way, like adding more and more feature. GitHub Copilot is something like Microsoft is adding these features on Visual Studio Code. IntelliJ is also free, but until like IntelliJ Ultimate is not free. So there are tools. I feel Karsher is still giving lots of benefit, but there are tools that you can explore more.
Okay. So the next question is how to write a proper prompt.
Okay. So I mean that is like you have to express yourself. Like by language, you have to express yourself like what you want to achieve. Be it writing a poetry, like you have to express yourself. Be it doing coding, you have to express yourself. Otherwise, like your prompt, like your like the ChatGPT won't know what you want to build, right? So you have to express like this is the things I want to make, and this is something I don't want to make. If you give all the requirements clearly, then ChatGPT will also give you, or Cursor will also give you cleaner response. Otherwise, it will give lots of stuff that you may not need.
Okay. So we'll take one last question, Saurav,
Yeah.
from Anisha. So can you please summarize the steps discussed today once again?
Okay. Every system, like every website, have a front end, a back end. From front end, we can see stuff. From back end, data comes. So we need a back end, we need a front end, we need a database. Database is where the data resides. All the data kind of dump stored somewhere, that is database. And backend actually coordinate. Whenever we ask something, backend coordinate and give appropriate response to front end, and front end use that data to build the interface. So we built a React based front end, and we build a node based backend using Cursor. Okay, that's all we have done.
Okay. So thank you so much, Saurav, for this insightful session, and thank you to everyone for taking out time on a Saturday afternoon. And to all those who have a question about the certificate and the recording, so I'll again repeat that you'll get your certificates and your recordings on your email, on the registered email by Monday, end of day. And you can post your certificates on LinkedIn. You can tag us and you can follow us so that more and more recruiters go through your profile, and the visibility of your profile increases. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much, Saurav, for joining. Thank you
Yeah,
so much
thank
to
you.
everyone else. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. So you all can start leaving the session, and I'll end the meeting for everyone.